Hey everybody, Chris Cole here. I'm on the range with a wonderful drill for those of you who may have a hard time getting off their trail leg into impact. Let's take a look at what that would appear to look like if this is you. This is for the players that try to add loft during a swing, use their probably dominant side, their right leg, to hold up their body weight and throw the club into the golf ball. Some of the symptoms of this will be, but not exclusive to, early ground contact, striking the ground before the ball, number one. Number two is excessive loft on the club, probably more so than you need or you want. And number two is toe strikes. If our weight stays back on our right side and the club starts to turn the corner early, it often glances across the ball. So if you catch yourself with a lot of strike marks on the toe side of the club, hitting the ground early, hitting it higher and weaker than is probably desirable, and probably for a right-hander favoring the right-hand side, then you're probably struggling to get off your trail foot. So I've aligned here two sticks to help with my, obviously, alignment and also ball position. Now, my routine with all clubs would be to start with my feet relatively close together and get the club behind the ball. Depending on the club, then, I would place my feet appropriately located. So for this club, a 7-iron, my ball position is just ahead of center. Okay, now, if you're on your trail leg as you hit it, your head is going to be this side of the ball and your right shoulder is going to be lower than your lead shoulder. The opposite of that would be to pressure that lead side, drive the club in from the inside, and then release around the corner, finishing in front of that middle stick. A good drill for that, although a challenging drill, so you have to persevere and be prepared to hit some very awkward, uncomfortable, embarrassing shots, is to, once you've gone through your routine of getting the club and ball position set, I want you to roll the ball further ahead than is probably comfortable, but leave the club back where it was. You see there's daylight between my club and the ball. Now, I am already behind the ball here, which means I'm already in a bad place for impact position. To make this worse, if I was to continue with that move by placing my weight on my trail leg and trying to fire from back there, it gets even worse, exponentially worse. Well, now I'm forced. I have no choice but to center more aggressively and drive that handle more aggressively in order to make up that distance. All right, let's see what happens. And that ball, believe it or not, you have to trust me, flew extremely straight. Very good shallowing out move, this. If you're having a hard time getting the club on plane, there's a good chance that you're over here on this back leg. If you can shift, the club is going to want to fall on a more shallow angle. This is a good thing. Instead of fighting the angle, just maybe to pivot your weight a bit better. Now, with that said, once I've got hit maybe 100 golf balls like this, or as many as you can, bring the ball back to a more traditional location. But in your mind, I want you to imagine the ball is here. And I want you to still extremely pivot, drive the handle, and release from in front of that stick. You will be amazed at how good your ball striking will become. So if you are one of those players that can't get off their back leg, attempt this drill, give it a whirl, learn to experience where your body is in space as you get more aggressive and more speed in your swing, and I promise you'll have more success. Good luck.